let's take a look at the profile portion of a CV. Now, this is very important. This is the first thing that people read, and they're going to want to know in that little section whether you are suitable for the position or not. Should we consider this person or not? It could be the small difference it makes between whether you go into the maybe pile or whether you go into the trash can. Now, a profile is very difficult to write. It's difficult to write about ourselves. So I'm going to teach you a trick. But part of this is that for every job that you apply for, you need to change your profile. And I know people are like, well, that's so much work. I know. But for example, if you're a receptionist in an industrial environment is vastly different from a receptionist in a small business environment or in a legal environment. And employers, recruiters are going to put in an advert specialized skills or emphasized skills that they want. And what you want to do is immediately with your profile say, I match these emphasized skills that you asked for. Please continue reading my CV. That is what your profile is. It's, here's a quick explanation of who I am. Yes, I'm suited to the position. Please keep reading. That is what your profile says. So you'll see at the top here, I've said attribute plus qualification plus experience. Now this I'm going to take directly from myself and the advert. So bear with me. So I went across and I copied this from an advert that was displayed today. And this was advertised as a personal assistant position, but once I read on, I noticed that it said on an executive management level, and so I realized that this is an executive management assistant, so an executive personal assistant. But what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to say, okay, let me describe myself. I am detail-orientated and diligent, and let me go here. Then I say qualification. What qualification do they want? Okay, they want a degree, preferably industrial psychology or similar. Okay, I have a degree in psychology, so that's fine. We can put that there. And then experience. 5 years plus experience of secretarial personal assistant duties, preferably on an executive management level. Now, I have more than 5 years experience in secretarial and personal assistant duties, but only 2 of those were on an executive management level. So I'm going to mirror their language with my truth. Okay, so I've already done it, so just bear with me. I've done half of it. So if I go here, okay, so I say, I'm diligent and detail-orientated. I'm a psychology graduate with more than 5 years experience as a personal assistant. And then I'm going to, remember I'm mirroring language, but I'm making it my own, with 2 years on an executive management level. Okay. Then I go back to the advert. What are they looking for exactly? Okay, they specifically excellent computer skills, particularly in Microsoft Office Suite. So they've emphasized that, I've highlighted it. And with special emphasis on advanced knowledge and understanding of MS Word and excellent editing and writing skills. So I've put in here that I'm highly skilled in MS Office Suite with extensive experience in report and document writing and editing. Now that is all true, and it mirrors the language that they've put in their advert. And so now straight away the person goes, this person's detail-oriented and diligent. They're a psychology graduate. That's what we're looking for. They have more than 5 years experience as a personal assistant with 2 years on an executive management level, tick. Highly skilled in MS Office Suite, tick. With extensive experience in report and document writing and editing. I have now changed my profile to match and mirror the qualifications and the requirements that they have actually put on their advert. And it's all true. But now I want a closing line. So I say, I'm looking for a position, looking to expand my skills. All right, so you can say something, I'm looking to expand my skills, looking to grow within a company. Here's your closing line. This is what you want to tell them why you want the job with them, but you don't want to be too direct because you offer a higher salary. So you might want to say, looking for a position which offers growth which offers growth and challenges. So that's an easy and quick way to do your basic profile. As I said in the first video, you can input your professional details. So if you are a registered professional, that's always good to include that. You may want to make mention to your current job title and link it to the job title you're applying for. You are welcome to highlight more key skills if you don't want to do a separate section for key skills, although I would suggest that that's preferable. And then obviously highlight your accomplishments. So I have some that I'm going to share with you because sometimes our circumstances are all very different. For some of us, we've had a break in our career. So you can include something such as this person has, which is a successful and highly experienced buyer, keen to return to a purchasing role following a short career break to, and this could be whatever you've had to take a break for, to further your education, to raise a family, to deal with an illness, or to travel somewhere that you had to go. Whatever the reason is, you can include that. I recently had to take a break to do my PG studies, to carry on my education, and it was full time. If you are somewhat like me, I've worked in 3 incredibly different career fields, but I have transferable skills, which is how I was able to move from one job to the other. There is nothing wrong with highlighting the fact that you do have a lot of transferable skills. So for example, I went from legal into executive personal assistant, and from executive personal assistant into finance. And that was because of the legal and the legal skills that I had that were able to transfer over. It was legal and organizational skills, my typing skills, and obviously my computer abilities. So if you have transferable skills, it's good to mention those. If you have just left school and you've done an internship, please highlight your internships. I find people downplay internships, but like I've said here, acquiring valuable insights. So highlight your internships if you've done them. We all know that in internships you have to learn a little bit of everything, so it is something you want to highlight. If you are in a temporary position, you can actually highlight that you're looking for a full-time position. So here I've got 2 currently looking for a company that can offer a full-time position, and then we've also got looking for work full-time for an organization that can offer opportunities to develop managing skills. So that gives them an idea of where you want to go with your skills. Having an accomplishment is always a good thing to have. So if you are able to say something like, I grew sales from existing customers with 35% while simultaneously acquiring new customers, as an example of an accomplishment. For school leavers, very important, state your undergraduate, flexible business undergraduate, highlight your skills, analytical project management, team working skills, which is things we all learn in university, but highlight it, it's important. And then you might want to add whatever internship you may have had to do. The reason I've added this one here is because of this over here. And a variety of part-time work in retail and hospitality. When I left school, I went to university part-time. I had about 5 different jobs. So I was a barkeeper, I was a waitress, I worked in retail on the weekends. And instead of putting those as each separate little jobs on my CV now, you can just include it and say it's a variety of part-time work in retail and hospitality. It gives people an idea of the skills. Everyone knows what skills you need for work in retail and hospitality, people skills, organizational skills, time management. So you can include that if you do have a bit of a spotty work history when it comes around when you were studying or when you just finished. Most students do carry more than one job in various industries. And that's the kind of things you want to include in your profile. If you are struggling with your profile, one of my biggest suggestions is get someone else to write it for you. Give someone your work experience and say, okay, you know me, give it to somebody you know. What would you say in my profile? And often people are able to notice things about us we struggle to write about ourselves, our strengths, our weaknesses, our skills, etc. Another way to do it is to go through your written references and highlight things that are written in your written references that are really, really good to keep in your profile. She was very attentive to detail. He had a creative mind, was able to think outside of the box. So you can use those kind of things to puff up your profile. But remember, try and keep it short and sweet. We'll see you next time.